It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Spain sounds alarm over mysterious hepatitis in children. Worldwide, some 650 cases of acute hepatitis of unknown etiology have been reported, World Health Organization figures shows. I'm going to read some of this article, but not all of it. Lord's will. Spain has registered 30 cases of acute hepatitis of unknown origin since the beginning of this year. A fresh situation report from the country's health ministry shows. The mysterious illness has primarily affected young children, with 24 of the patients aged 10 and below. None of the patients are related to each other, the ministry noted, with no epidemiological links, that's how you say it, epidemiological links established between the cases. It is necessary to continue intensive monitoring and continue investigations carried out to confirm or rule out whether there is an increase in cases of unknown hepatitis compared to what is expected, the ministry noted on Friday, admitting that it was still unclear whether the cases surpassed its unusual baseline or not. It says the first patient had shown symptoms on January 2nd. According to the situation report, the findings suggest that the illness actually surfaced well before early April, when cases of acute hepatitis were reported by multiple, primarily European countries, as well as by the United States. So that's pretty much all I'm going to read there. And the reason why hepatitis is so high in this country, it really comes from people's diet. Think about what you're eating, The diet of you people in Europe and in the United States is ridiculous. Come on, man. We're talking about you people eat shit like pork, crabs, shrimp, lobster. You eat shit like shark. Well, not sharks. That's what gooks eat. So I'll give some of you Europeans credit. You don't eat sharks, okay? But you do eat shit like pork, crabs, lobster, shrimps, oysters. To you guys, that's a delicacy. Not to mention, they put all kinds of abominations in the food, okay? All you have to do is look on the back of the record label. Just look at the fucking ingredients, man. They're literally poisoning you people. The food that you eat is genetically modified. Okay? They putting spices in your chips that's made from grinded up roaches. And you people gobble that shit up. Cicadas. Fucking, beetles. You can actually eat beetles according to the Holy Scriptures. Beetles would be considered clean. But come on, man. They putting grinded up roaches, flies, grinded up hornets in your food. They put rat shit in chocolate, cow snot in milk, rat hairs in cereal. They put metals in certain cereals. Nowadays, you can't even eat cheese or other dairy products because it's made from milk. Okay? They've been milking these cows so much that literally blood and pus falls into the milk. So then they have to use a filtering system where there ain't no pus in it. and then they put certain things in the milk to get rid of the blood. So even the milk, even milk that comes from cows is defiled. You know, they put pork in certain meats. And then on top of that, you know, one thing about you Europeans, you love eating sweets, man. You're heavy into eating sweets, okay? You love eating pastries like cakes, donuts, crepe. What do they call them? Crepes? They call them crepes, which is basically, I believe it's European for creams. You know, foods with cream in it. Cream is nothing but pure sugar, man. Come on, think about it. Whipped cream. What is whipped cream? That's pure sugar. Made from milk. So you people, you don't even think about your diet, man. But the main reason why this is happening is because Israel is living amongst you Europeans. When I say the Israelites, I speak of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, which are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures. Salakia, I meant verse 13. Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13. It says, "And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles." Let's look up that word defiled real quick. You know, this is why Israelites have hepatitis. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that everybody that has hepatitis is an Israelite, but the vast majority of our people have hepatitis. And it really comes from the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 15th verse, all the way down to the 68th verse. Because the Lord said that, because according to the Holy Scriptures, the Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians, they would be under the curses of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, to the 15th verse on down, to the 28th verse. Okay? So that means that our what did the Lord say in the book of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter? Excuse me. He said, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy storehouse." So whenever we go into these grocery stores, our food is cursed. That's why we're eating genetically modified food. I apologize, brethren. Please excuse me for that. You know, it's allergy season because they got some kind of bullshit sprayed up in the air in the form of chemtrails. But the storehouse and the basket is predominantly talking about what? That's talking about these grocery stores. So whenever you go to these grocery stores to buy food, guess what? The scriptures say that your food is going to be cursed. It's going to be defiled. Okay? And the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Now, let's look up the word defile. Defile definition. So defile, it says solely, mar, which the word mar means to damage, to cut. Okay? And specifically that word cut, right? Because what do they do to our food? Is there not a thing, is there not a such thing called gene splicing? When you're gene splicing food, what are you doing? You are cutting up genes and mixing them together. So you cut up one gene, you take the other half, you put it away, and then you gene splice a gene from from another fruit, you cut that one in half, you put that one away, and then you take both of the separate genes and you put them together, and what do you get? You get something genetically modified. That's why it's called genetically modified food. So the word defile means solely, it means mar or spoil. Okay? It says desecrate or profane. Let's look up the word profane real quick. Okay? Relating to or devoted to that which is not sacred or biblical. So GMO foods is not biblical. Okay? When it comes to eating healthy, it's in the Holy Scriptures. But GMO foods is not in the Bible. Now the Scriptures do speak about our food being defiled. So we can say that. But that does not mean that it's biblical. So it says relating or devoted to that which is not sacred or biblical. Secular rather than religious. So let's go back. Okay? So it says desecrate, which the word desecrate means not sacred. And a matter of fact, D meaning down or down from, and secrete, which is another word for sacred. So the word desecrate means below being sacred, not sacred. Okay, so it says desecrate or profane something sacred. So our food is defiled, and that's why our children have hepatitis. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.